technological revolution is a relatively short period in history when one technology is replaced by another technology. As Nick Bostrom wrote, we might define a technological revolution as a dramatic change brought about relatively quickly by the introduction of some new technology. It is an era of an accelerated technological progress characterized not only by new innovations but also their application and diffusion. A difference between technological revolution and technological change is not clearly defined. The technological change we could see as an introduction of an individual new technology, while the technological revolution is a period in which more new technologies are adopted at the almost same time. These new technologies or technological changes are usually interconnected, as Third Kranzberg's law of technology says. Technology comes in packages, big and small. Description: a new technological revolution should increase the productivity of work, efficiency, etc. It may involve not only material changes but also changes in management, learning, social interactions, financing, methods of research, etc. It is not limited strictly to technical aspects. Technological revolution so rewrites the material conditions of human existence and also reshape culture, society and even human nature. It can play a role of a trigger of a chain of various and unpredictable changes. What distinguishes a technological revolution from a random collection of technology systems and justifies conceptualizing it as a revolution are two basic features. 1. The strong interconnectedness and interdependence of the participating systems in their technologies and markets. 2. The capacity to transform profoundly the rest of the economy. The consequences of a technological revolution are not exclusively positive. For example, it can have negative environmental impact and cause a temporal unemployment. The concept of technological revolution is based on the idea that technological progress is not linear but undulatory. Technological revolution can be sectoral, universal. The concept of universal technological revolutions is a key factor in the neo-Schumpeterian theory of long economic waves, cycles. History. The most known example of technological revolution was the Industrial Revolution in the 19th century. The Scientific Technical Revolution about 1950 to 1960, the Neolithic Revolution, the Digital Revolution, etc. The notion of technological revolution is frequently overused. Therefore, it is not easy to define which technological revolutions having occurred during world history were really crucial and influenced not only one segment of human activity but had a universal impact. One universal technological revolution should be composed from several sectoral technological revolutions. We can identify several universal technological revolutions which occurred during the modern era in Western culture. 1. Financial agricultural revolution. 2. Industrial revolution. 3. Technical revolution. 4. Scientific technical revolution. 5. Information and telecommunications revolution. Attempts to find comparable periods of well-defined technological revolutions in the pre-modern era are highly speculative. Probably one of the most systematic attempts to suggest a timeline of technological revolutions in pre-modern Europe was done by Daniel Smaila. A. Indo-European technological revolution. B. Celtic and Greek technological revolution. C. Germano-Slavic technological revolution. D. Medieval technological revolution. E. Renaissance technological revolution. The potential future technological revolution. After 2000 there became popular the idea that a sequence of technological revolutions is not over and in the forthcoming future we will witness the dawn of a new universal technological revolution. The main innovations should develop in the fields of nanotechnologies, alternative fuel and energy systems, biotechnologies, genetic engineering, new materials technologies, etc. Relation to technological revolution and technical revolution. Sometimes the notion of technological revolution is used for the Second Industrial Revolution in the period about 1900, but in this case the designation technical revolution would be more proper. When the notion of technical revolution is used in more general meaning, it is almost identical with technological revolution, but technological revolution requires material changes in used tools, machines, energy sources, production processes. Technical revolution can be restricted to changes in management, organization, and so-called non-material technologies. List of intellectual, philosophical and technological revolutions. The Upper Paleolithic Revolution. The emergence of high culture, new technologies and regionally distinct cultures. The Neolithic Revolution, which formed the basis for human civilization to develop. The Renaissance Technological Revolution. The set of inventions during the Renaissance period, roughly the 14th through the 16th century. The Commercial Revolution, a period of European economic expansion, colonialism, and mercantilism which lasted from approximately the 16th century until the early 18th century. The Price Revolution, a series of economic events from the second half of the 15th century to the first half of the 17th. The Price Revolution refers most specifically to the high rate of inflation that characterized the period across Western Europe. The Scientific Revolution, a fundamental transformation in scientific ideas around the 16th century. The British Agricultural Revolution, which spurred urbanization and consequently helped launch the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution, the major shift of technological, socio-economic and cultural conditions in the late 18th century and early 19th century that began in Britain and spread throughout the world. The Market Revolution, a drastic change in the manual labor system originating in the south of the United States and later spreading to the entire world. The Second Industrial Revolution, the Green Revolution. The use of industrial fertilizers and new crops greatly increased the world's agricultural output. The Digital Revolution, the sweeping changes brought about by computing and communication technology. Starting from circa 1950 with the creation of the first general-purpose electronic computers. The Information Revolution, the massive economic, social and technological changes resulting from the digital revolution.